we would like to go to the Fortounis issue, but I would like to ask a question that if you feel responsible because Kostas in a recently interview said that is the final decision that stopped from a national team, that you feel responsible?
No, I don't feel responsible because Kostas was very good. I mean, I knew Fortounis from before. So he was with the injuries and he was waiting and waiting and waiting. And then I called him to meet him personally and to see him playing with us. Okay, I saw I had a perfect knowledge about what Fortounis was able to do for us in the future. So we got to June and I decided not to call him and I informed him and everything was fine. It's a tactical, technical reason, nothing else. There is certain players that I think it's better that if they are not going to play, not to be there. Others, they need to be there anyway. And then when we got to September, it was in the pre-list, it was coming. And just before giving the list, I got a tip from Olympiacos saying, Kostas is going to call you. And I was, wow. And we talked on the phone and he told me his decision before I gave the list. To be honest, I was not expecting that, but I always respect the decision of the players. They know better than anyone. And it was not the kind of, I don't want to go to the national team until there's another coach. No, it was a decision made about all the injuries and the moment he needed not to play anymore. So I think it was brave. I think it was a man. It was very professional. And I respect him to the highest level. And also, I'm not the kind of guy that tries to convince a player to change his decision because I don't like the consequence to be in my head. You know, I call him, I push him to come, and then he's coming without and get injured for another 8 months, and he was finishing contract, and then I'm responsible. No.
You have said that he doesn't fit your tactical plans. Why? No. For the games that they were coming. So generally he was okay.
But the problem with Fortounis, I said to you, similar to Constantelias. For him to give you the best, he needs to play free. So I try to play. I try to play the players where I think they're going to give you the best, especially in the national team that you can choose. In your team, sometimes you need to play right back, left back, because you don't have a left back, and it's your club. But I'm not going to play with Rota and Baldock because I go Simikas, January's and company. The situation is you pick the team to play in a certain way, and with the players you have, you know how you're going to play. So him is a player that for him to be at his best, to play when he can give you something, he needs to play free.
Number 10.
No, but 10, but more than 10. Free. If he finishes on the right, finish on the right. If he finishes on the left, he's coming behind the midfielder.
And you cannot accept this.
No, it's not that you cannot accept it. I didn't make the team to play in a certain way to play with a role. So what I say to that is, if I'm in Olympiacos, a coach like Mendilibar, congratulations, outstanding, and you have him, you need to play a system that suits him if you're going to play. And if you saw, he started with a 4-2-8, he was playing on the left, then he went to a 4-3-3, and then he came back to the 4-2-4 practically because it was him, and then he started playing on the right because he was trying to, with you, and you got a player of that quality that you play them, you try to force them to play. So it's like I said to you, it's not about playing all the best players, it's about making a team. Because my biggest mistake was at Betis, trying to play all together and it didn't work.
So Pelkas and Mandalos are best than Constantelias and Fortounis in this?
No, Mandalos,
not generally,
no.
Yes.
Mandalos understand my game the best. Okay. There is no other player that in the national team he knows.
You know each other for...
I think Pelkas give us something. It's another player that I think we need to talk about it, Pelki, because not too many people was considering to play in that position. But he understood that to get the best of Simikas, he needed to be a player coming inside, linking with him, and we were outstanding on the right for a year. Rota by Baldock, Masuras and Bakasetas. That triangle was outstanding. There were moments that they were, even better than a club level. It was spectacular. I was struggling a little bit to find the same on the left, okay? That same triangle in there. And the idea was to get the best of Simika. When you have a player like Simika, he needs to play at his best level. It's not every day that we got a player playing for Liverpool. We mentally was okay, but it was always difficult to find that link in there. And if you see, we play a lot there. Okay, in the beginning I played Masuras in there, when Limio was on the other side. Then I played Pelka, then I played Constantelias in there. Then when I brought Fortounis, I played Fortounis in there. I played Mantalos certain games in there. I was always trying to find that. It was the place that I had the most difficult to find. So that's why there was some changes. It's just a matter of Bakasetas is a 10, but he was a goal scorer, and that put him in a different level. And then to compensate Bakasetas, I needed two midfielders, and one needed to be sitting, Siopis or Kurelis, depending on the game, and the other one needed to be Mantalos in the long term. In the beginning, no, like I said. On the left, now you have many. If the new coach, you're going to have a problem in that.
Yes.
To choose.
You stripped the armband from Fortounis. You took the captaincy from him. Is that right?
No. I learned that day. I knew it, but I didn't know how many games he had.
You didn't know that he was
I knew the situation, Zabelas, Bakasetas and Mantalos. I knew it because they were all the time there. And then he came Fortounis, and I didn't have a clue that Fortounis was the captain.
Okay.
I didn't know. So when he went in and I'm thinking, no, like naturally, Bakasetas, Mantalos, and I didn't know.
It bothered him. It bothered him.
Listen, it's a mistake. It's my mistake. Now, it was a mistake made by that rule that I don't like. And I speak in one of the podcasts that we talked before. Who should pick the captain? For me, the manager. Then you get to a place where there's a rule
based on
the caps.
For me, it's wrong. I was lucky that the players that they got the most caps, they were players that I will pick as my captains. But if it was another player, I would say to you, we got a problem here. Because I want this player to be the captain.
This situation affected your relationship with him?
No, I don't think so. No. I didn't even know that was an issue. For me, was my reaction in there, and I said, I didn't know, and nothing happened. No.
Fortounis was the only player that had, let's say, experience for a Euro, because was in a team of 2012. This is, like, let's say, another point to be a part of the team to...
Decisions. And you know what? No, but decisions, and I learned long time ago, I mean. I learned that because I was an assistant coach when I learned this. I was not even the main coach. It's better to finish any relationship because of the decision that you make than to finish because of the decisions that were made by somebody else. Me, I'm the type of character that I will make the decision. I don't go against anyone. I'm not going to say the name to you, but I had a player at club level that there was the type of player that you don't want in your squad. You don't. A pain. That one that you say, every day, no. And I play him because it was better for the team. I don't make any decisions based on nothing else apart from my belief to win the football games. And if Fortounis was in a situation like it was, and he was going to stay again later on, to believe, make my decision better on winning football games, he will play.
Is there any point on the criticism that you picked players that they don't have a lot of time in their teams? Let's say Tsimikas or...
Yeah, it's a problem in Greece.
Baldog sometimes.
Yes, it's a problem in Greece.
It's a problem in Greece?
In Greece, big problem. Yeah, when you have teams like Aris that play without Greeks, you got a problem.
Yes.
When the players they go to better clubs, they're going to play less. For me, Vlachodimos is one of the top goalkeepers in Europe by far. But by far, I know him. So I know the type of player he is. He's the third choice at Nottingham Forest. Then you got decisions. The coach of Nottingham Forest thinks that Vlachodimos is third goalkeeper. If I was the coach of Nottingham Forest, he would play. But not because the other two, they are bad. Because I believe in what I see and what he gave me. I repeat, this doesn't mean that the players that don't play in the national teams are bad. Fortounis is not bad. He's a very good player. Costandelias is not bad. He's a very good player. Solis is not bad. He's a very good player. But there is a way of playing that you need certain characteristics to play. I use this as an example. You're in a club, and let's say that we are the staff and we decide that we need a central midfielder presence. 1.85 m. Boom. And it's coming the sport director, and I said, I got the player for you. And they give you a small one. I said, no, but we need some presence. Yeah, but it's good. I know it's good. But it's not problem if it's good or it's bad. It's about the characteristics that we need in central midfield to win football games under my belief. If it's coming the 185, you are responsible. If it's coming the small one, and then you get sacked, who is responsible?
It's not the disadvantage of the player not to be in part of the squad or line up in his team and playing also in national team. So it's not the disadvantage of Odysseus. Yes.
But if we make a...
But why a coach picked...
In Greece, if you make the team based on the players they play, we're still in C zone. in the National League, and we were not even in the playoff.
Okay.
You need to have a balance. Yeah. Me, I got something that is very strange. I will never say you are not coming because you are not playing.
Okay.
Because there is players that they are not playing that they will play.
Okay.
So I'm not that type of guy. I never say that. Now it's a big problem in Greece. That's another handicap that people doesn't talk. Because Greece won in 2004. Now we are all good. No, we are not all good. We got a problem. Now if you see the team we play against Germany, Blakodimos is not playing in his team. Hasidiakos, he was not playing in his team. Mantalos is not playing in his team. Not bad. We had moments that we had Blakodimos, Baldok, Hasidiakos, Simikas, Kurbelis, Mantalos.
The question is why Baldok and not Kotseras who is playing?
My decision, what I need.
Okay.
I think Baldok.
It's characteristic.
Yeah, but Baldok took us to another level. It's not like he's better or worse than Kotseras. He's a totally different player. The power and the stamina and the physicality that he's bringing from England is another
ups
level.
And downs.
He's unique.
Stamina.
No, but he's unique. I have to say, I was so impressed and so happy that we were able to bring.
Not very skilled offensively, I believe.
Yeah, no, but again, the situation is also that you're going to find players, you're going to play against players that he's playing week in, week out in England.
Tell us one player that you watched and you never got the time to call him.
Mandas,
goalkeeper.
Yes. Yeah, we were very close to start bringing him. Why we
didn't
bring
him? He made his debut also.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that because the situation was, again, I'll make an example. I like to base the decisions on what I know, not what other people tell me all the time. Like I said to you about Chelsea Giovanni's or whatever. Because normally when you ask someone, how is Mandas? Oh, very good, very good, very good. They're all good.
All good.
Nobody got a problem, yeah? And we all have a problem. Yeah. All of us, yeah? Something,
yes,
okay?
Yes, more or less.
So then the player needs to fit in the
whole
squad. I make a small secret without saying names. When we were eating at the Marriott Athens Hotel, there were 3 tables of players, 3. And it was one table that was a dangerous one, the one I call the dangerous one.
Paschalakis, Siopis?
No, all of them, all the main guys. But every now and then they get a young one and they sit there. I remember one say, why is he here? He should be there. I say, no, we need him here for blah, blah. And there was like a problem. So it was already a kind of atmosphere created. And what you cannot do is to bring a player that you don't know, you don't have too much information, in a playoff game, and maybe upset the
balance.
So Mandasi was already there, but it was March, it was not the right time. Probably if I was in the friendlies, it would be there, okay? Yeah. Probably, I would say. You need to know the players. I mean, if you know Paschalakis, it's unique. Pasca is unique. I mean, it's crazy as you can get. It was bringing something to the table. So there is these characters that you need as well to create a good group.
We have heard a lot of stories about Pasca and Siopis, this mix.
Oh,
they're crazy.
Spectacular. Yeah, but you need that.
You need that.
If not, boring. It's boring. You have too much time together, you know. But so many things that you don't imagine. And also, I like to call the players and you start meeting them. For example, when Solakis came the first time, I was delighted. I was, you know when you want someone to be there. And a couple of times after, we didn't bring him even as a forward goalkeeper because he was playing under 21. You know, I remember the coach, like talking to Costa, they played under 21. I said, okay, yeah, it's better if he plays. You know, like he was not playing Olympiacos at that time, let him play in under 21. So there is other situations involved.
You have an example with Pascha and Siopis? You feel like a teacher with them?
No, teacher, no. Every time it was a shout, I knew one of them too. You know, like either in training, Siopis doing something funny or Pasca making a noise that you're thinking, yeah, like
it's always
wow.
a noise.
Yes, Paschalakis. Yeah.
So any other player besides Mandas that you never had the time to call?
No, they were, well, I met the Vajanidis for a very short period of time. We were always
Likogiannis? Have you called Likogiannis?
I talked in the beginning. It was one player, it's incredible what I'm going to say. I had it always in my mind and I never picked him once because I know him. Do you understand this situation? When you know the player, and you know what he's going to give you, I don't know the rest of the coaches, he's going to give to me. I was always in a position saying, if something happening here, I'm going to bring him. Nothing happened. If something happening here, I'm going to bring him. It's Kolovechos.
Okay.
I know him from my time at AEK. He was outstanding with me at AEK. And I followed him in Turkey and I watched the games. And as soon as he didn't play, I called him. I said, no, my knee, okay, I want to see. So I was in contact with many, okay? But then you need to decide. One of the biggest problems I had that nobody talks is Duvikas. I love it to pieces. Yes. But the games that we were playing with the characteristics of the strikers, for example, now, maybe the next coach, having Ioannidis, Pavlidis, Giacomakis, Duvikas, Solis, and company, maybe we play 4-4-2. Is wrong? No, maybe it's right. Now, I believe in a different kind of formation to have certain angles and certain ways to play football. But that doesn't mean I'm right. And that doesn't mean that if we play 4-4-2, it's going to win. But sometimes it's something that you need. I understand now why they played 3 at the back before, that they were playing a lot of 5 at the back. Okay, because it was certain situations that you needed to have certain players.
The strikers, Pavlidis, Giacomakis, Ioannidis, these guys have similar characteristics. Is this a problem for the national team?
Yeah, because they play in systems that they are 4-3-3 and they are the main strikers and they do what they do. And they are not used to play with another one next. Yeah. So we don't have time. I mean, it was one game, it was crazy. The game that we played Thursday, that I remember getting together on Monday in the morning, in the afternoon, 8 players trained, the rest warmed down. Tuesday, we needed to prepare the game, 2 days to the game. So we do a very short warm-up, 11v11, okay, we press like that, we do this, we do that, we play like that, blah, blah, blah. A little bit with the ball, and the players the day before warm down out, and we train a little bit more with 12 players, a little bit more. And then the day before the game, nothing, warm up, speed, a little bit of set plays, a little bit, and then play. There, the coach, but the coach needs to be so clear that you're going to put the players that you know 99.9% they're going to respect.
Fast decision, yes.
Respect what we do. You don't want anyone coming in there now and saying, go, no. So it was very specific. That's why it's so difficult in national team.
In basketball is more common naturalized players. Is there any foreign player in Greece that if you had the possibility to...
It was a couple that they have a possibility, and we were trying. There is a few young in Germany, but they are already playing for Germany. There is one in Belgium that is already playing for Belgium. I cannot pronounce the name, but yes. We follow him all the time. All the time. Me especially, I was following everything. In the beginning, we checked a lot in the countries where there were more Greeks, like you say, in Germany, in Australia. We were looking for Greek players, everywhere. Because you never know.
Baldog also is this player.
If we find a player, and I will encourage any future coach that he go pace, fast, proper pace, with the possibility to become Greek, do it. Because that will take you to another level. There is games that you're going to suffer and you need a little bit of pace. We're playing in France, down to 10, you're holding. You need one with pace to go and break, like something different. And difficult to find that player.
It's about the players and about the example that Aris has not Greek players. Have you ever the chance, coach, to talk with the owner of Aris?
No, I try to talk to the federation because if I was the owner of Aris or if I was the coach of Aris and I need to win and my best 11 players, they are foreigners, I play them. So I'm not going to be hypocritical to say, no, you cannot do that. What I was trying to convince is the federation of checking rules in other countries in Europe where there is rules, because the first situation they said to you, no, in Europe you cannot do it. No, there is certain countries that they go a specific own rules. So, but that needs to be voted by the teams. Yes, and if one vote A, the other one is going to vote B. No, we know. If you are for Salonika, you are not from Athens, and if you are from the one color, you are not from the other. And at the end is because everyone is looking after themselves and not also into the national team. So it's a mix. I try to convince one day the people from the federation, the day that there is a board meeting, and when they go club by club, all the clubs, I would like them to go with the shirt, okay? The representative of PAOK shirt, the representative of Aris shirt. Go and have a meeting and fight as much as they want for their club. Point number 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, point number 6, national team. Okay, before we start, take the shirt off. And then discuss it. Without the shirt, that day, Greece is going to go to another level. But if they keep fighting for the shirt they have on, it's impossible.
So, Mr. Baldakos, September of 2023, it's before the games against Ireland and Netherlands, I think. He says, I have a personal opinion about the calls of Mr. Pogét, but I cannot say it because I don't want to upset the atmosphere in the national team locker rooms. What does it mean?
And also to add,
it was very bad. It was really bad. I was very upset. I think it's not fair that a president of a federation make an opinion on the picking of the coach. Everybody understood that if he say the player is not there, he will upset because he needed to be there. You know, he's saying that it's another player needs to be there. If I say what they talked the other day in the boardroom, then people at the federation is going to be losing their jobs because then he will get sacked. So when someone is president, he thinks that he can say whatever he likes about the people below, the consequence for the atmosphere, they are not correct. The one at the top needs to be the leader. The one at the top needs to make examples. The one at the top is the one who cannot make mistakes. If the one at the top makes mistakes, the rest, we are there for nothing. So I was very upset with that. I was very, very upset. Everybody knows. I didn't say a word. I like to talk, but I didn't say a word because I respect the authority.
He did it on purpose to upset you?
I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I had absolutely top-class personalities as a chairman, as a president.
Is it about Fortounis, this statement?
I don't know. I thought it was about Kostandelias on the time.
Kostandelias.
I thought.
Because Fortounis told in an interview that during a flight, Mr. Bαλτάκου told him that we would like you to come back and we would like you to the team and...
Opinions. The best countries in the world and the best national teams in the world, they got an understanding of, they know the pressure of the coach picking one place or the other, but the president of the federation will never make an opinion like that. Sometimes it makes you wonder if it's not better to have a president for 4 years and keep it for 4 years and not changing and swapping. Because I signed my contract with one president and then he arrived, 1st of June. That was not a problem, no? Me signing a contract in February and having a new president in June. Now, yes, it's a problem.
Was with Mr. Zagorakis?
Yeah, I think so, no? Previous.
It was something like between, I think, Zagorakis and Mr. I don't remember exactly.
But the situation is, look, politics needs to be outside football. Unfortunately, there is too much politics in Greece. It's part of life. Everybody is used to do that. When you win a game, you won it. When you lose a game, it was a referee all the time. All the time. You never lose a game like... Did we speak once about the referee in Georgia? No. Now, if it was AEK Olympiacos, we would be talking already about the referee. But it's part of life that you get used. I think it's just not normal, but it's not.
What is your opinion for the next president of federation, Mr. Γκαγκάτση? Do you believe that is because he's not an old man, he's a young man, so has ideas, is the right person to change things?
First, I know him, but not that well. The age, I think, is something interesting because obviously most of the people in charge in clubs in Greece, they've been there for a long time, so it's still the same all the time. Well, AEK has changed. I think we need time now to say. I would like to think that if he brings calmness to the football side in the national team, it will be magnificent. If he brings togetherness, it will be magnificent. If we start making sure that we have I'm still saying we. If we make sure that the situation with the contracts and everything around the national team is clear and easy and professional, it will be magnificent.
There are challenges
until he doesn't.
So let's say that Mr. Γκαγκάτση picks up the phone and calls you. Mr. Pogέτ, come back, please.
But it doesn't need to say please. You need to say, can we have a chat? Yes.
Can we have a chat?
Yeah.
You will have a chat?
Of course. 100%.
If the discussion is honest and the project is nice, you will accept to come back to national team?
100%. But me, I would tell you something very simple. I think I should be there already. I think we lost 2 games. The 2 games that we play,
the friendly
games, there were 2 incredible situations for me to make something for the future. Because you don't have that.
Because September is the first match. Yes.
September is over. In September you're in Wembley, I think, or in October. And those 2 games, in my mind, as a coach of the national team, they were the preparation for September, October, November. And they were not, for 2 reasons. 1, because of the quantity of changes, and 2, because we don't know who is the coach. We lost an opportunity. I don't know if you remember, but I will say this to people that maybe they don't know. In the both Junes, Nation League and the games in June, we train for longer.
Yeah.
Because I want you to train with the players. Use the training to get better. And we call more players. We have like 30. Because we want them to we see how they react, how they, you know, and that takes you to another level. This was the perfect time. I mean, I remember talking to Costas and company. We were getting together the 27th in my program, Monday the 27th of May. We were training all week, maybe Sunday off, and then on Monday we were traveling, and then we were playing. It was all set up. Okay, the idea was to be in the Euros, but what I mean is that was a big situation. And have a clear path. For example, if you talk to a player that you know him very well, let's call Tsimikas, and Tsimikas needed a rest for whatever reason, you are in a different position to say, okay, maybe it's a good time to give this player 90 minutes, or, you know, like, so you are in a situation, or say to Simi, no, I need you here because we're training for September. So that kind of situation, we lost it. Why? Because of politics.
Coach, you lost an opportunity, a job waiting Greek team in Ireland. I think you had, or not.
No. Me, I was. Normally, I'm very respectful. Okay? It's something in football that is interesting. Is when you're working, everybody call you. When you're not working, it's like, oh, why is not working? I'm still the same. The only thing I cannot promise, like I said to you, if they call me, I will go tomorrow to Greece. I got no issues. I will negotiate with them. I will sit down. I will meet the new president and do everything possible because the relationship with the players is outstanding. We are getting better. We will keep getting better. The relation with the fans, you know, it was a click. I didn't say this to you. Until the Nation League, my first 4 or 5 months, I was always the
ex-AEK coach, yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And after we won the Nation League and we went up and the people got excited, then I became the national team coach. Yes. Because I felt it in Glyfada. You know, you were in Glyfada, people will look at you. It's only the AEK. And after that, it was like a national team, everybody. I'm Panathinaikos, I'm Olympiacos. They always tell you the team, when before, no. Okay? I think the situation now is if we can sit down and know each other, it will be easier because then you know what you're dealing with. I like to meet the...
So you're still waiting Greek team?
Sorry, I want to say that. Yes. Now, because there is nothing, I cannot wait for nothing.
Okay.
You know, it's not even can you wait until July? No, there is nothing. There is absolutely zero communication. So because there is zero, I cannot wait for zero.
But you didn't have a contract when Ireland, if ask Ireland for you, was expired the contract,
no? All that was, you know why it was created, no? Do you know the story about Ireland? No. When we left the hotel of Ireland and we went to play the game, I started seeing the people in the street with the tracksuit of the national team. All black. And then when we started coming close to the stadium, everything was green. And then we went to the stadium, it was beautiful. Yeah. And then, okay, I have to say, because we played very well and we won, that helps as well. So when I went to the press conference, first I had to say, the Irish people, they treat me incredibly well. I mean, they were like, you know, like, a Premiership player coming to Ireland, it was like spectacular. So I thought it was normal to say, I really enjoyed today. I think it was spectacular, the people, the fans, blah, blah, blah. And I finished the press conference and I left. And when I stood up and left, one guy came running with a
microphone.
And he said, you know, maybe there is a place for a coach after December. I said, what? I'm finished contract in December, but depending on the playoff because I was finishing. No? And I left. And that created a big snowball, like, you want to come here? I was just honest saying the situations. But no, at the end it was nothing.
Let's see.
Now there are a few phone calls. At the moment I had to say, not the right places. Because one thing I go, which is very strange, they call me from anywhere. From the most, crazy places that you can see.
Santos signed with Azerbaijan.
They call me, they didn't call me the federation, but they call me from places where, you know, I even say this naturally. They call me from South America and they say, would you come to here or there? I said, right now, I am not thinking to go to South America. Okay. But no, because there is no potential, no, because there is no money, because I think in my career, you need to make, you know, certain steps. So I'm waiting for something specific.
In Europe?
Europe, yeah, I'm just waiting there, you know, a big movement in Middle East. I just don't want to take a job, because it's a job, and then say, I made a mistake, you know, like, because I want to work. No, I'm relaxing and listening to everyone.
Also, there were a rumor about Panathinaikos before Alonso.
But that rumor is natural, no? national team leaving, Panathinaikos no coach.
Not a phone?
They got another Uruguayan. No. I think the relation with Greece now will be for life. I think before it was very, very shy.
Yes.
Now it's a little bit more open because now the good thing is they know me 100%. It's not like they bring in someone, who is this guy? People think he's crazy. Or no, now they know me 100%.
Do the people of Federation know football?
When you mean directors or?
No,
I mean Kostas and Takis.
No, this is Takis and Kostas.
The rest,
of course.
Former
No,
players,
the rest,
yes.
the boarding
No, but
staff.
that happened at club level. I'm not talking about the federation. Normally the directors they are fans, and the fans, we are all fans. We know a little bit, but it's not a matter of they know. No, the situation in the federation is I would like the Federation of Greece to be more stable.
Yeah, but how can they evaluate your work if they don't know football?
I think this is depending on what you call the people from the federation. I think if you sit down at the board and it's one representative of every club, I think the evaluation, apart from someone that maybe doesn't like me, which is normal, we said before, no? 70-30, 80-20, it's going to be positive because the people from the clubs, they know about football. It's not about the federation. Federation is many people are working in there, many. So it's not a football place. It's a sport place. It's like they go...
It's a business place.
Yes.
Coach, who is the responsible for the decision not to renew the contract? Who's the main person that... Baldacus.
He's responsible because he's the number one. And I'm not trying to be with or against anyone. I don't know if it was a discussion about it. I don't know.
Maybe it was his decision at all.
No. What I mean is, maybe they were waiting for things to happen. So qualifying, it was natural that somebody needs to call me and say, Coach, we need a coach for the Euros. But because we didn't qualify, you know how it is in Greece. Okay, finish contract, better. We don't pay salaries in April, in May, in June, in July. Let's wait and see. And it was no one to make a decision as well because the president was leaving. So, see you later. The people, from what I know, everybody finished contract now, no? Everyone. I'm talking about every single one. Costa Constantinidis, Fanny, the goalkeeper coach, everybody finished contract now in June. Everybody,
yes.
So it's all back to zero. So that will depend on the new board.
Which is your match that you remember?
Greece?
The best memory?
The best memory, the most iconic match.
I think it was very important for me the first half an hour at Romania.
The debut?
Yes, I was so pleased I took the job. Sometimes they say the first image is the most important one. I went there, I saw the team, I had to pick the team from nothing. There were so many bad things around with the Manolas Socrates situation, the central defender, the right back, all drama. And we started the game, and after half an hour I go, wow, I got a team. I don't care about what they say. I don't care about what people will make an opinion, but I got a team, and we need to build from here.
You liked what you saw?
It was spectacular. I mean, when Bouchalakis scored, I thought, wow. I was already there deciding for Montenegro to make a few changes because I say, okay, I know. This group, I know it already.
And the worst memory is Georgia or
Yes.
Netherlands maybe?
The worst memory is Georgia when I found myself, nobody knows this. You are the first people that are going to say it. I am not a kind of coach that try to go with the fashion. And it's a fashion now that I don't like. I don't like it. It's me. I like to finish the game, go shake hands with the coach and go. Protagonist
are the players, yes.
And now all the coaches are coming into the pitch. Do you see that? And the cameras, they follow him and they go and shake hands with everybody and with the referees, and I don't like that. But sometimes it's part of the game. Now this in particular that we lost, I went to calm down the players and I saw the Greek fans in there. And I went on my own. When I was in front of them, clapping or whatever, saying thank you, I turned and there were 5,000 people inside the pitch. And I was in the corner on my own. And I said, wow, how am I going to go back to the dressing room? Because they invaded the pitch, the fans. There were certain players that were in the middle of the park as well, when they were celebrating down. And I started walking back, like you try to put yourself in a situation here, somebody will hit you here, I'm 1 against 5,000. And I was walking, but people wouldn't even look at me. They were so much celebrating that they didn't care. And I went past everybody, and when I was getting in, I found Bouchalakis, I pushed him in, and we went into the dressing room. And when I went in, I was devastated, I was bad.
Did you sleep at night?
No. It was a bad night that night. I was in the dressing room a little bit, trying to be normal with the players. I tried to be honest and realistic, but at the same time, you know,
sad.
Yes, trying to, you know, tell them the truth. I wouldn't change anything we done until here, blah, blah, blah.
In the locker rooms.
In the locker rooms, and I left them and I left. And then they came for the press. I went to do the press. And when I finished with the press, I thought it would be highly respected because I couldn't see the coach of Georgia, Willy Sagnol. We both had our time in Bordeaux. So after I finished the press conference, I went to his dressing room. It was quite difficult because all around the dressing room was big party. But I went there, everybody was looking at me like surprised, and I locked in the room and I asked for Willy, who wasn't there, he was doing the press conference after me. So I went to my room and then he came and we had a very good chat for 10 minutes together, which I thought was, you know, when you lose some time, you want to go home, but to lose,
you have to be professional, yeah.
In a good way.
I know, okay, as a coach, your players are your children, but who is the favorite?
Favorite? No, I don't have a favorite. I got very good relationships. I think, like I said to you, with a look, Petro will know.
Ah,
I don't need even to talk to him. Yes. He knows when I'm looking at him for something, for good or for bad. He knows. I'm in touch with so many of them. So many, and in a different ways. I don't want to put them in a bad situation, but like you said, you will never forget things that they done. You know, things that we done in training with Siopis. It will be there forever. Also, the professional relationship, you know, that you have with the players. When I was lucky enough to go to Liverpool and be with Tsimikas, and we meet a player like Tsimikas, or the small talk that we have with Ioannidis. I mean, the rest they know me. They know me. It was good. You know, the players that they know me well and they know the position so well that they are delighted to be in that position, even if they don't play, because they know, and that's important.
As we are going to the end now, give us an opinion about the Greek Super League. Did PAOK win it fairly? Did
at the end of
Ajax suicide?
No, at the end of the year, the one in winning is not one game; it's too many games. So I'm still not a fan of the system of the league. I'm not a fan.
Playoffs. Yeah, playoffs.
Yes, I don't.
Why?
I think that for the league to get better, the teams at the bottom, they need to get better, and it needs to be less difference. And sometimes there are teams they do okay, but then in the playoff, when they are at the best level, and they win the league because in the playoff, not because of what they done the whole year. And the league is the whole year, away and at home. And now I understand
television.
The television. I understand 20 derbies in 2 months.
It's too much.
Yes, it's derbies. Every game is crazy. Every game is the final. Every day is pressure. Every day is a problem. It's too dramatic. I think it would be fair. Now, for that, it needs to be a little bit more. I'm not saying that there is no difference between the one at the bottom of the Premier League and the one at the top. There is a big difference, but it's more competitive. I think the difference is too big. From the teams,
the handicap.
Yeah. The gap is getting bigger, and how many teams they want to qualify 6, and then you don't win 1 point in the playoff.
The 16.
Is that worth it? This year, you didn't. I think
1 point. Lamia got 1 point.
They drew once.
Yeah. Drew with PAOK. Yes.
So it's worth it that you had a very good year. You 6, and then you finish the year completely destroyed because you lost 9 games and you drew 1. Why is the feeling of a player of Lamia?
You sack the coach.
But why is the feeling of the player of Lamia? Now, the opposite, no? You are at an average team and you finish 7th, and now you win 5 games or 7 games and you finish the season, you think you are champion. You're champion of world. So, now, find a way. I don't know which is the way. I know that maybe there cannot be more teams, that's for sure, because it's going to be more difference, but those playoffs, they are not for me.
So, coach, before we have names, and we would like you to say something, one word in Greek or
if I can.
In English.
Greek, if I'll tell you translate it.
Okay. You came from Uruguay, a small country that it's for us an example in football specific, and find a lot of times the way to achieve the goals. Do you find similarities with Greece, and what is the key and the secret of success?
Uruguay, the secret is we compete football from a very early age, which they say is bad for kids, but for football it's not bad because at the end we are competitors. Similarities, yes, the flag, pretty similar.
Yes, it's
the craziness about football. Everybody is crazy about football, and the drama as well.
The drama.
Style of playing, passion.
Passion. I think now what I found is, I mean, in Uruguay it was always a gap. Now we're becoming more as a team. It was like up to the middle of the park we were very strong and hard, and then the technical players. Now it's more complete. I think in Greece many technical players. Technically we're very good. I mean, even against Germany the other day, I think Greece was better technically than Germany. Okay, Germany had a bad day, but at the end of the day, you need to play the game. Technically very good, so it's something that you need to use without losing the passion. I think it's very important.
Now, in the next championship, we will have two Uruguayan coaches.
Yes.
Diego?
And Pablo Garcia.
Diego and Pablo Garcia Atrómitos.
Well, Pablo I know him well because I play with him and I talked to him many times and I called him when I was in Salonika and we tried to meet. This year no, because he was up and even if it's not far. But so I'm pleased he's doing well, he settled down, family love it in Salonika, so I cannot see his family moving. I will ask him to attend, but maybe.
Because they love Salonika.
Yeah. And Diego Alonso, I played with him once or twice when we were he was young. And after that, I never spoke again, so it's difficult to make an opinion on Diego. I hope it goes well for him.
Yes, he was the coach of national team in Qatar.
Yes. Yeah, it was a very surprise arrival after Tavares. It was, out of the blue. Everybody was, he finished the qualification very, very well, qualified. And then in the, like I said to you, in the World Cup, drama, Uruguayan drama.
Yes, but with a referee mistake.
The problem is that when a referee is coming to your camp and tell you that if you go down and you put your hand on the floor, it's not a penalty, and then you play Portugal and they give a penalty for that.
Yes.
Misunderstanding. Yes. Yeah, but it's a difficult task to be the successor of Tavares. Come on.
No. I think
it's impossible.
Diego is doing something very, very nice, which is he was very, very successful in Mexico. Very, very successful in Mexico. He had a spell in the national team. In the national team, well, Inter Miami and Sevilla as well, but in the national team, who you're dealing with the egos, it's very important that. Nice. And now he got a great chance, Panathinaikos, the coach of Panathinaikos, who will win the league.
God.
That's it. They're gonna put a statue in the next, in the next stadium.
In the next stadium. Tavares is like a myth in
Uruguay. It's a myth. Yes. Top man. He's the one that in the 90s I was asking the federation, can you pick a coach and leave him for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years? Because we change coaches every 6 months. Tavares was that one.
So let's start
with one word in Greek. If you cannot do it in Greek, you can
in Greek.
English.
I won't say it.
Λοιπόν, Μπαλτάκος.
President.
Σιώπης.
Happiness. I don't know how you say it. I used to.
Ευτυχία. Μπακασέτας.
Goal scorer.
Φορτούνης.
Top player. I'm top person.
Ιωαννίδης.
Next Premier League player.
Κωνσταντέλιας.
Future.
Melisanidis.
Oh, the boss. I call him the boss, yes. He's the boss.
He's very boss-like. He's the figure is boss.
The tiger.
And my relation with him improved dramatically over the years. I mean, my spelling Nike is very good. When I go there in November, they say to me, October, they say, okay, finish second because Olympiacos was 15 points ahead. And please beat Olympiacos because if not, they're going to win the league unbeaten. And I'm thinking, okay, when we play Olympiacos? In February, okay.
You stayed only 28 matches?
I stayed 20 matches maybe. No, even that.
Until March.
I didn't play the
final.
The final.
You didn't play the semi-final, I think.
No, the semi-final the night before I was
The night before you were
But why?
Well, the truth is I told Melisanidis I was not renewing my contract.
And he got mad.
You know better than me.
No, I am asking.
4 hours later he sacked me. I don't think that was a mistake, but I learned a lot. Sometimes it's better
not to
say nothing. I was trying to help, because we were in a good situation. I said, okay, you can start looking for the new coach. That was my idea. The earlier I tell the boss, the better for the club.
Very European for the Greek.
But I made a mistake.
Okay, Lucescu?
Oh, the winner. Character.
Almeida?
Different coach. Totally different to the rest.
How come?
Well, he go on a style that in Greece has never been seen before, and he was very successful the first year. It was an impact. This year it was very close.
Man to man, full court.
Yes, Yeah, Bielsa kind of style. Yeah.
Με τη Λίμπαρ.
Big impact. In February, the season of Olympiacos was going nowhere, and the coach made something incredible. He's going to be remembered for life. He's going to be the first one in the history.
Did you expect this?
Well, I wanted, I say off camera to you, I wanted Olympiacos and PAOK to play the final of Papa Arena. I think it would be great, unique situation. But at least it was Olympiacos, so it wasn't bad.
And Terim, Fatih Terim?
Well, I met him for the first time. Experience. I got two good different anecdotes with Terim. One is, he was the coach of Galatasaray when we played with Chelsea in Turkey, and we beat them at home 5-0. Tremendo. For us, fantastic, but for him. And then I met him, and he was very, very honest with me when I went to the training ground at Panathinaikos, explained me every situation of every single player.
Yes.
Yeah, very good.
We would like to tell us an element that would make Valverde jealous of Siopis.
What Siopis has that Valverde doesn't have?
Oh, the craziness. For sure. 100%.
Λοιπόν, πάμε στο Q&A, να δούμε τις ερωτήσεις του κοινού. Όσοι δεν έχουν απαντηθεί τέλος πάντων. Why did you choose Giacomakis over Pavlidis and Douvikas?
In the final, or
generally speaking,
I think Giacomo got something that is very powerful in the box, and for certain games that I consider that we're gonna get specific crosses. And I can put the two examples that they come into my mind. Kosovo at home, when I play him in the last 20 minutes, and away in Ireland. That was the idea. Then obviously other games, when it doesn't work, it looks like it's just a matter of trying to be ahead of what you think is going to happen in the game.
One thing that you regret about the national team, and what is wrong with Greek football?
No, regrets, no. We gave everything, and I think the connection with the people now is there, and it's going to be there until something bad happens. So it's no regrets. I don't think it's nothing bad with Greek football. I think we need to slowly start putting away clubs when it's national team, nothing else. You know, separating the Super League from EPO, separating the teams from the national team.
Nikos asks, who got you the job in the national team?
Luck.
Who proposed you?
Practically no one. It's a nice story, that one. I went to Greece for a different matter, and I was there, and the game was cancelled because of a pandemic. And then I met the right people at the right time, and
the one led to another. Yeah.
Incredible.
And Tolis asked about your game in Tottenham.
Yeah.
Yes, and what you remember, and I follow up the question why Tottenham can't win a trophy.
Well, I went to Tottenham. It's a nice story. I was at Chelsea and I had an incredible offer, and Glenn Hoddle came to my house, and I went to Tottenham, and I realized the rivalry after I signed for Tottenham. I was a little bit, you know the word, naive. I was not really playing against Tottenham. When I was at Chelsea, I was playing against Man United and Arsenal. They were winning the league. I wanted to win the league. But then I signed for Tottenham. The reaction of the Chelsea fans, they want to kill me. And I thought, wow, I made a mistake. But I didn't. It was a great decision. And then I went back as an assistant coach of Juan de Ramos, and we won the cup in 2008. And I remember when we left, when we got sacked, that I was joking, let's see when you win another cup. But it was a joke. Like 16 years later, still no trophies. Yeah, it's something that it only happened at Tottenham. It's incredible how difficult it is for Tottenham to win trophies.
And Tottenham has a Greek coach.
Greek Australian, yeah.
Coach.
Angelos.
Top. The first 6 months, it was an incredible success. It changed completely the atmosphere at the stadium. It was really unique. Obviously, to take that to another level, it takes time. So now I think the precision is going to be very important for him.
One friend here asks about your love for Bakasetas. Why do you love him so much?
Oh, I always think that the ones that score goals, they made the difference. And it was too many games that we were 0-0 and 1-0 Bakasetas. And the ball dropping from the sky and Bakasetas. And shot against France, Bakasetas. And it gets to a point where, you know, those players, they are different specialists. Not like I love them. Obviously, there is all the characteristics. Obviously, you know, when you have other players scoring, but to win football games, you need goals, and for a big period of time. You know, we have a laugh with Baka as well, because I think he played like, I don't know how many games before me, and he scored 5 or 6 goals, and with me play like 15 or something, and he scored 7 or 8 goals. So something was working well. So he needed the positioning and the way the team play and the leadership and the captaincy, so many things.
A friend asked here, what happened with Kyriakopoulos?
Nothing happened with Kyria. Kyria is a character, very good left back. From the beginning, I choose that for me, for the characteristics of the players, Tsimikas and Giannoulis, they were ahead of him. So when they were available, I choose them. Nothing else. The same that you asked me before about Lykogiannis.
Yes, Lykogiannis in Bologna.
He was always there, but I didn't have the chance to call him to meet him. So options.
Is characteristic? Like
no, it's characteristic because when I brought him, I remember the game against Hungary. He went in and he did very well, and I think he got plenty of qualities. It's just a matter of having too many in one place. I'll make an example. The previous coach, if I'm not wrong, he was picking the 3 of them because he was playing 5 at the back and sometimes play Giannoulis and Tsimikas together. Yes. Or me, I don't play like that, so I choose 2.
One final question from me. It's Paxton says that what's your opinion about the Greek managers?
I think they should have better opportunities. I think that there is normally when you are from their own country, it's easier for owners to change him and sack him, and that brings uncertainty. So it's a matter of believing, getting in there, doing a good job, and maintaining yourself. Unfortunately, certain coaches they need to leave. I mean, there is coaches everywhere in the world. If you look, there is coaches in Saudi Arabia, in the MLS, is coaches everywhere, and unfortunately, there is not too many in there. It's a matter of using the possibility. Now, obviously, there is a big difference between the Greek coaches and the foreigners. The Greek coaches, they are inside the culture of this politics in football. They know everything.
They know everything, yeah.
The foreigners, they know something. And that doesn't help to know everything, to know because of this problem, that problem, the other problem, who and you, why you listen, why you don't listen, who is against. Most of the foreign, I remember my first question to the media officer, AEK. I got the job in October, and in December, I told them, Andrea, do you remember this?
Andreas Dimatos, yes.
I said, Andrea, yes. Come this week to the training and tell me what people think about how we play. And he said to me, where do you want to start? I said, what do you mean? I said, well, I just want to know. He said, well, let's start from your first meeting at the dressing room in Sparta, where you said to the players, it was out in the press the next day. I said, what? So I was at the club for 2 months, and I didn't know that everything I was saying in the dressing room, next day it was out in the press. Everything. I stopped giving the team on Fridays. I was giving the team on Friday, and the team was out on Saturday because I was not reading the papers. I didn't understand. I didn't know. So from that on, I said, whoa, I need to be careful here. Okay? So that happened to foreign coaches. We don't know things. The local ones, they know everything. And that is a problem sometimes.
Affects their judgment.
And the decisions.
The decision, yeah.
We used to say here in Greece that we have defensive players, we have goalkeepers, but we didn't have forward players, strikers. But now we have. No. And there is also a conversation about the Eredivisie that matches to our strikers. So Giacomakis was first goal, Pavlidis, Douvikas. So what do you believe about this?
I think it's a good step for the Greek players to go to Holland. I think the football they play there is quite open and it gives you the possibility to improve. There is a history, and I'm not going to name names, of many players that score many goals in Dutch football, that when they go to strongest leagues, they don't score as many. That means that there is an open situation or open football or no defensive football, that when you go to other leagues it's more difficult. But I think it's a great country to go and play football. When I was there visiting Γκαγκάτση and Pavlidis, it was very nice. We watched a beautiful game against West Ham. We were at the training ground. They treated us fantastic. We saw the infrastructure and the people in there, very polite. It's a nice place to play football, so it's always a good step for the step if Greece doesn't make, because from what I know now, Greek people now they're spending money. You know, the contracts of the new coaches, the contracts of the new players going to Greece now is bigger. Now, if that help the local football to help the national team, is right. If it's only club-minded, them, it's a bigger difference between the tops and the.
Where is our championship in the standing of European championships? So is Premier, Bundesliga, Primera, La Liga, and.
Don't make me be bad. Don't make me say something that people doesn't want to hear. It's better not to make an opinion.
Last question is about the Conference League and this succession of Olympiacos. Is this like something that is out of work, or is a miracle like Euro 2004?
No, I don't think it's a miracle. I think it's. I cannot believe that didn't happen before. It should.
Ah, okay.
Okay, the teams, they are very well known everywhere. You know, when you talk anywhere in the world about Olympiacos, Panathinaikos and company, they are well known everywhere in the world. I don't know why it didn't happen before. I didn't even know. I had to be honest. I thought that probably in the 70s or 80s there were European trophies. But I think it's a challenge now for the rest.
Yes.
I think the rest now they are hurt and everybody wants to win a European. It's very difficult.
Yes.
Very difficult.
Yes.
Mr. Pogét,
one last is about the 20 years that now is complete for 2004. Have you ever heard, as a coach of national team, what Rehagel really done in?
I got many stories.
Yes.
Many, and all come to the same. He made his own decisions. He made strong decisions. There were certain plays that everybody wanted him to take, he didn't take. There is so many things. We even had a story of Klopp told me and Panagiotis Bulgaris, the Finnish coach,
yes.
a story about how he met Otto Rehhageln. So it's very well known. I think most of you know all the stories, but legend, no? In Greece, legend. Don't touch him. He's the one. He's the number one.
We will have the chance now to have an interview with him in Essen in 11th of July. So, do you have a question to make him?
What did I miss? Coach, I missed one goal. Please tell me, why did I miss? Nothing.
Okay, coach. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. We enjoyed the discussion. I hope you enjoyed it as well.
It was very good, very nice. So, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We wish you the best.
Wish you the best, and maybe to come back.
Maybe we'll see you.
Maybe.
Do you have someone to would like to see in our TV show?
To make like an interview like this. Recommend someone.
You got already Siopis, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
And Paskalakis.
Oh, you got them already. Let me think who you can get.
We don't have Mandalos.
Mandalos, Ioannidis, we didn't get them.
I have Fotis, but wait a couple of months.
Wait in Premier League.
Wait a couple of months.
In which city?
Okay.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.